Welcome into the Bullpen here on ESPN 97.5. Joe George, Brian McDonald, Sean Mapes here with you until 12 o'clock as we broadcast live from inside the Sportsbook at LaBerge in Lake Charles. Great weekend of NFL action to be underway. But, boys, last night we watched the conference championship games. Watched some UFC fights in here as well. Great vibe for UFC fight here at Sportsbook. And apparently Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Jake Paul.
Logan Paul's the wrestler.
I had to double check. I was like, well, Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather.
He did. Yeah.
So,
Logan Paul did box, but not currently boxing.
Yeah, so we'll have that when we come back. Our next trip, that'll be on Friday night, as well with a college football playoff game. But we will get, within the next hour and a half, I'm guessing here, we'll get the actual seedings and everything like that for the college football playoffs. The show starts at 11, but I don't know if they're like the World Cup. It might take them 2.5 hours to get to the draw.
Hopefully we don't have
teams.
to have Shaq and Brady and Gretzky and Kevin Hart, and all the pomp and circumstance.
Just 6-7 Euro check doing it.
Joe, we're 1 minute into the
No,
show.
he's referencing
I'm
that
referencing
100
100
euro
euro
Okay,
check.
you know what? Fair. I retract. My fault.
But after last night's game, what do you think the fallout from is last night? I mean, it's James Madison and Tulane are in.
Yes.
That's
we
your
get
11
two,
and 12.
group of 5, yeah.
What do you guys want and think versus what you think what they'll do with the SEC with Alabama?
I think they drop Alabama a spot, but they remain in. I think they end up as the 10 seed.
Yeah, they end
That's
up
my
as
guess.
the last at-large team.
And then Georgia probably moves up to the 2.
Yeah.
And then Ohio State 3.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Although, look, honestly, I said this to you guys last night. Like, if they put Ohio State 2, I have no problems. Like, I think that much of Indiana, I was questionable them coming in just because they played Oregon and like not much else, but they were very impressive last night. I know the offense didn't score a ton, but that defense is unreal.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like I think 2 or 3. No offense to our Texas Tech fans out there, you're 4.
You're 4. They're locked in at 4.
It's Georgia and Indiana. I mean, and Georgia and Ohio
Indiana
State.
1, Ohio State, Georgia, flip, whatever.
Yeah, they're 2-3. They're at the whatever combination you want. I mean, I've seen a lot of people trying to make arguments about Alabama missing the playoffs at this point, based on their performance yesterday. It wasn't pretty.
I would hate that.
Now, they've lost they lost their other game just a couple weeks ago. So
yeah,
it's not
Oklahoma was. It's about a month ago.
Okay, yeah, so it's not super recent, but still in like the recent chunk of games. I mean, in a perfect world, I'd be fine with Alabama being left off.
Well, here's the thing, like. Yes, I'd be fine with them being left out. I don't think they're a superpower, but it's to put who in. Because
I think Miami.
I don't think it's fair to Miami to not make their conference title game, but yet they get the benefit from someone who did make their conference title game and lost. Like I wouldn't be okay with that. I wouldn't be okay with going down. Obviously, Texas is not going to make it. They got 3 losses. Vanderbilt has 2 losses, but Alabama beat them. So I mean, Utah, they're not impressive. USC below that, they got 3 losses. Who are we putting in instead of Alabama?
Yeah, I mean, if Alabama gets left out, the SEC is canceling conference championship games immediately.
Yeah.
It's just all right, we're done. That's why they can't leave out Alabama. You can leave out Notre Dame if you want. You can leave out Miami, but it's impossible to leave out Alabama. You'd have to leave out Oklahoma before you left out Alabama.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, Oklahoma did beat Alabama.
I know. I'm just saying, it's that impossible. You cannot leave out a conference championship game loser.
And it's going to be something where it is precedent either setting or precedent affirming or however you want to call it with what they do here. And I think ultimately they'll just be like, hey, you know who we're definitely not going to leave out of this thing because of a conference title game? Alabama, because they're Alabama.
They won 7 titles in the last 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing as it's a different version of the Notre Dame Miami thing of if it was NC State instead of Notre Dame, Miami's probably ahead of them, but it's Notre Dame.
Really, that's the only question, right? Because with BYU losing, Miami and Notre Dame are probably going to be back-to-back.
Yeah.
I would assume. And even if they're not, what does it matter if one's 9-10 or one's 9-11? What does that actually matter? We know they played. We know they have the same record. The metrics are similar enough. Really the only question comes down to, is it Notre Dame and Miami? I think 2 of us know the right answer. No, I'm just kidding. We'll see if they honor head-to-head because that, I think one of you mentioned precedent. That's a dangerous precedent to set if, you're now not honoring head-to-head with teams with the same record.
Yeah.
I also because I'm with you. Like we went over this earlier this week. And I know I surprised you and Jeremy a little bit, Brian, about saying Miami should be in. But my issue with it at this point is then if they flip them today, then I don't care. Like I don't want to talk about it next year about the rankings. I don't want to have any conversation about it, frankly.
Well, then we'll have to get a different job.
No, but like
we're gonna have to talk about the rankings.
but it's a total waste of time. It's another precedent.
Why have
move.
the rankings if you're going to flip them with neither of them playing? I agree with you. It's both are bad precedents.
It just becomes like now this is fully just a TV show for like contrivance.
Yeah.
For the first however many weeks they do this, and it's like really you can just. Give me the last one at this point.
Really,
like,
I'd be better with that. Like,
give me the last one.
I don't want preseason rankings. I don't want college football rankings until the last one. Like, I don't need to see how the hot dog is made. Just give it to me when it's done.
Yeah, because like, I off the top of my head, was there ever a college football ranking where Miami was ahead of Notre Dame?
I don't think so.
No, because they lost their 2 games before. They lost
first ranking.
They lost the SMU game, I think it was, before the first ranking.
Yeah, so like there hasn't been a ranking where Notre Dame has been below Miami, and now after they don't play, just because again instead of being separated by one team, now they're back to back. So now we have to.
It makes no logical sense.
Yeah, it's like no, they.
It shouldn't matter if they're back to back or they're separated by a team.
They just want to put Notre Dame in this.
Yeah, the other thing they could do that would be interesting is if they really decide not to punish Alabama. Then you can't really move BYU either. Now, BYU still doesn't make the playoffs because they're at 11 because of Tulane and James Madison getting in.
I think they do. If they want to leave Alabama in, what you do is you also don't move BYU and see, we didn't punish BYU either.
And then that also helps your Notre Dame-Miami issue if that's what you're focusing on is from the committee, which I think it is. I think they're trying to find every way they can to just get Notre Dame into the playoff because they know what it means revenue-wise, what it means views-wise, conversation-wise. It's going to be the only thing we talk about for college football. Tomorrow.
It is,
next
but
2 weeks.
And I'm not complaining because I'm a fan of it.
Yes.
But at that point, it becomes sports entertainment.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Let's be honest. Like, if we're keeping Notre Dame in and ignoring a head-to-head just because clicks, like, we're really no better than WWE
well,
at
I
this
think
point.
there is – I think they also earnestly think, like, Notre Dame's just better now.
Yeah.
Like, I think they believe that.
There's no way in their system to factor that in a way that you could explain it to the committee or to the viewing public. Like, well, we think they're better. Like, okay, like there's no argument against that because it's just a personal opinion.
They can trudge up some argument, and there's always a number they can reach in and go get.
Go to like the 8th tiebreaker or something.
Yeah, but like what this all boils down to is that they just think they're better.
100%.
Like that's why BYU was 11th at 11-1 behind what? 3 different two teams.
And I feel bad for BYU because they're obviously going to be left out, and their only losses are a road game and a neutral site game to the number 4 team in the nation.
And it wasn't really neutral.
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't really
neutral.
It was in Dallas, yeah. But that's it. That's their only losses.
Yeah.
2 road games in Texas against the number 4 team in the nation.
Yeah, I think
they spent $1 billion to improve their roster.
The way that this is, so is BYU, but
that's fair. Okay,
the way
that part.
The way that this is shaken out, there's no doubt that they made the right decision in their mind to push back the college football playoff conversation deadline to January 23rd to expand this thing. I don't know if expansion's still ultimately the right decision.
Oh, they're going to expand it.
This year it feels like the right decision, but last year I didn't feel this way. Like I didn't feel like
so Alabama, strangely enough, was that first team left out last year.
Yeah, and last year because they had 3 losses, I didn't feel like they deserved to be in the college football playoff. Like under the 12-loss system, I thought that was always going to be like a pretty clear line. Like there was going to be 12 teams that had 2 losses or less, when you include also the group of 5 thing. That could, remove all the 3-loss teams. This year, I do feel differently. Like I do feel like if your guys, if Hook'em made the playoffs, I think they're one of the most dangerous teams in the college football playoff this year. Unfortunately, they have 3 losses. Vanderbilt, I'd be really curious. I think they're a little overrated. But what would they look like? So I think ultimately, the fallout from today, and whoever gets left out, whether it's Miami, Notre Dame, the fact that BYU, to your point, Brian, is going to get left out and only lost to Texas Tech. They're going to expand this thing for sure. The question is just how much.
I think they always seem to lean towards baby steps. Look at the history of what it took to get here. Forever, they wouldn't give us anything, and then they gave us the BCS, and eventually they gave the 4, and then a decade later they gave us 12. I don't think they're going to in 2 years' time jump from 12 to 24, like Jeremy wants. I think this is a baby steps, probably 16, or maybe, Joe, what you proposed, the 14, because that would kind of include BYU and whatever team you think should be next at that point. That would kind of cure what we saw this year. But I think 16 what happens within the next couple years.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna keep expanding.
Yeah,
it's something where it to me it's like doesn't even matter what they expand to next, because I do think that's like, well, it's just gonna be 24.
Eventually they're gonna get to 24.
Like,
I just hope it stops there, because you never know, because it's the search for more money.
Well, to your point, like if they go to 24 next,
add some play-in games.
That's what exactly. That's what it's like.
Yeah. Now we're gonna have 5 lost teams getting in.
Yeah. Well, and
Duke could be in
easily.
in a 2014 playoff. Duke could definitely be in.
100%. Not even a question. They're the ACC champs.
Yeah.
Now that's the other part of it that I think is funny. It's just like the recency. Like if the Big Ten is the conference that's pushing the 2014 playoff. And
right.
Part of their proposal has been the top 4 seeds, the top 4 teams from each conference get auto bids. I do wonder if they're going to look at the Big 12 and the ACC and be like, yeah, we're going to change that. Like we're like the way the season's going, you guys are proving you don't get that.
And they did it last year. I think I'm fine with them getting an auto bid and even multiple auto bids, as long as there's some sort of mechanism in place to where you have to meet a certain threshold to qualify for that. Like, okay, well, you get 3 teams, 4 teams, whatever it is, but you guys have to have teams in the top 25. If they're not in the top 25, then they revert back to at-large bids.
Yeah.
All right, we will take our first break here. We are broadcasting live from inside the Sportsbook at LaBerge in Lake Charles. We'll keep an eye on when the official rankings start to come out around 11 o'clock. We'll be discussing some Houston Texans throughout the day as they have a massive game versus the Chiefs last night. The Houston Rockets might just stink at back-to-backs. We'll get to all that. But next, the top 3 teams, current playoff teams, NFL and college, you believe in the most. We'll get to that next here on the Bullpen on ESPN 97.5. Back here on the bullpen on ESPN 97.5, Joe, Sean, and Brian here with you until 12 o'clock. We got it's going to be a weather weekend, it looks like, here in the NFL. Lots of snow coming down in Buffalo. J.J. Watt just tweeted out a picture of Jacksonville Stadium. Tarps out.
Ryan, are we on?
Okay. There's the tarps out in Jacksonville. So we're going to have a weather day there, which is interesting because I think that helps Indianapolis in that game.
Yeah, you would think it'd favor running game, and I'd say Jonathan Taylor, obviously, greater sign ETN.
Yeah.
So what I'm seeing, because I follow a couple of weather people for fantasy purpose, but they're expecting it to be pouring in Jacksonville, snow on the ground in Buffalo, some snow and a light breeze in Cleveland, and then just really cold temperatures in Green Bay and KC, but no precipitation. So they're your weather games.
It's football season officially.
Yep,
we're here now. We get the people who like to have the worst takes of everyone should have a dome.
Oh, I hate those people.
I know, and I like Landry Locker. I hate that he has that take.
Oh, he does.
He's like addicted to that take. And I don't understand why he's so obsessed with it. I'm like, why, man? Like, we don't need domes.
Or it's going the wrong way, though. Like, Chicago, aren't they building a dome stadium? Cleveland, I think, is building a dome stadium.
Yeah, Buffalo's the only outdoor team that's building a new stadium that's going to continue to be outdoors.
But I don't know if you remember this from Hard Knocks. It is open roof, but they built it in a way, because they said this during Hard Knocks, they engineered it in a way where they don't think snow will actually collect on the ground. So it'll still be cold outside, but they somehow collect.
Those words that just came out of your mouth are so far above my head because snow comes down from the sky.
I understand, but they have some sort of canopy they think will protect the field from actually collecting snow like it did at Ralph Wilson Stadium. That's what they said on Hard Knocks. I don't know, Joe. I'm not an engineer.
I thought it was about the wind.
No,
I thought they were like, we stopped the wind, and that I can kind of.
They mentioned that as well.
Yeah, that I can wrap my head around. Like, okay. It's the breeze off the lake, so if you angle it right, the breeze off the lake doesn't get into the stadium.
If the Buffalo Bills are able to pull that off and the Houston Texans couldn't build a stadium in which
how about
which the sun wasn't going right into the most expensive seats in the stadium, so that's why they
continually ripping up players' knees.
Yeah. Like, it's remarkable.
Dallas putting it like
the sun.
Yeah, it's like perfectly along where the sun sets. Like they couldn't have, if they would have tried to do it, they could have done it more perfectly than how they actually built their stadium, basically on accident. It seems like.
It seems like the people who build these stadiums in the NFL are maybe not always the most intelligent.
It's like they're really spending $1 billion, and like there's much less like, I don't know, they're less official and less oppressive of people than you'd think. They have $1 billion on their hands to build a stadium.
Like Kevin Warren, who's the president of the Bears now, he's helping build a stadium, and I'm like, I don't know if I trust this guy, because this is the same guy that built the Vikings stadium, just killed a bunch of birds.
Oh yeah,
because they weren't prepared.
What's a couple birds?
That one I could, a couple hundred.
That one I can actually see
like.
Fine. That wasn't a thing they feel bad about. They're like, whatever.
We didn't think
we could kill 100 during duck season. Am I right?
We didn't think that with this big mirror, basically the birds were just gonna fly into it at first. All the single time.
Didn't even cross our mind.
No. I mean, Hunter Pence walked through a sliding glass door, and we could kill a couple birds.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Hunter Pence survived. They'll be all right.
I honestly, guys, I thought there was a chance I was gonna have to do that this morning. My the shower, it got off the track. I thought I was stuck in the shower at one point this morning.
What? So you closed it and you couldn't?
I closed it and I opened it. And I gave it a tug. And it was it just kind of moved like an inch.
The door was wedged.
Yeah, it wedged and got off the track. And I was like, I think I'm in trouble here for a second. I was like, this is the worst possible place to get stuck in a hotel, in your shower.
Because it's one big sliding door.
Yeah. So I got to open just enough to where when I got out, I was just squeezing through.
So the May that comes in.
I gave a call down before I went. I was like, hey guys, this thing's off the track. I was like, it was like this when I got here. I promise.
It wasn't that way when you got in.
I mean, I had to give it a good yank to close it, so I probably should have realized in the moment. Child.
We were always headed that way.
Yeah,
that was unavoidable.
No, you're right. There's no way to ignore it.
Good yank.
Joe, whatever your morning routine is, I don't need to know about it, okay?
10:20 in the morning.
Just you do you.
So
let's talk about college football, buddy.
All right, let's talk about the playoffs. 3 teams you trust the most, rank them, NFL and college football, are your options. Those are the 3 teams in the playoffs right now that you trust the most.
I don't know what the NFL pick would be.
I think it's the Rams for me.
Yeah, Rams I think are number 1 for me. Although it's a hard week to say that after they just came off a loss at Carolina.
They're the one NFL team on my list.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're right. It's hard to say that after like they lose to Carolina. There's also like, you can't really ding them. Or you can ding them, but you can't put them underneath any other team.
No.
Because it's not like
No.
another team.
This is like another
more,
team that has like 0 blemishes or something.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like if in the college football playoff rankings, like if the number 1 team in the nation lost and they just like didn't drop them, that's kind of what we did with the Rams this week.
Yeah.
Where we're like, yeah, we still think you're really good. You just lost a stupid game.
Yeah, I think the Rams, they come in at number 3 for me because they're the only NFL team. I don't think there's anyone in the AFC that's under consideration for this. Like, I don't trust any of them. And the NFC,
I kind of want to say the Bills, but they've just been so.
See, I if I were to pick
As
one,
long as they're not playing in NRG, I guess.
I would kind of say the Patriots.
Yeah, I do like Vrabel. It's just, it's hard to say full confidence in a guy that's never made a playoff start
No,
like May.
Yeah.
completely fair.
Yeah.
This is me like, if I had to pick an AFC one
Yeah.
that I tried, they would be the first one.
because
Yeah, like you look at the rest of it, the Broncos, I don't think anyone trusts them. The Jaguars, the Ravens, obviously not. Chargers don't have an offensive line. Colts and then Bills with a 7 seed, as it
Yeah.
stands right now.
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
trust any of those teams.
Yeah.
no, the AFC feels
So wide open.
It's so open this year. It feels. And I feel like a lot of times it's a cliche that people use specifically in the NFL. They use it's wide open when it's really never really wide open.
Yeah.
This year in the NFL, it just feels so different that there's not just that clear top team in either conference. We all think it's the Rams, but they're an older team. Like they're relying on Devontae Adams and Matt Stafford, and Puka's already gotten hurt once this year. Kyron Williams has been some really, really good and some mediocre, I would say.
Yeah, I think Devontae has missed the game, I
Yeah.
think. And look, I don't remember if you mentioned Stafford, but like we all know Stafford's 1 hit away from being out.
Yeah.
Which I guess everyone is, but the dude had an epidural in his back in August.
Even
It
though
We
feel-
all
it feel-
are.
It
we
feels
all,
like
we
he's
all
not-
are one hit away from
It
an
feels like
epidural.
it's even more than just 1 hit away. Like he's one time like bending down wrong from being
yeah,
from being out.
yeah. It's like I'm almost worried about him.
As someone of a
Off-
similar age, I get it.
I'm worried about him off the field
Yes.
as much as on the field, on a football field. Like he can hurt himself
I feel like the odds might be higher off the field.
In the-
like he's at
in
least
the-
well
yeah.
protected on the field.
in
like,
the
hey,
pickup
Matt.
line with his kids.
Yes.
Like it might
Like,
happen.
he twists wrong picking up the toddler, man. It's over.
No picking up the toddler this season.
Yeah.
You're just like
Not till February. Well, no, not till March.
yeah. Even though I'll be honest, like this Matt Stafford thing. Part of me thinks it was just like the most overblown story ever
Possibly.
because it seemed like it was like we went from like right before they were playing the Texans where it's like he might not play, and we have not seen a single moment this year. I feel like where he's gotten hit, and you're like, he's not getting up quickly.
And beyond that, he's like the top 2 in MVP. It's not like he's just been able to play. He's playing at maybe his best level
yeah,
ever.
and he's not doing like recent vintage Aaron Rodgers stuff where it's
Yeah.
like he is obviously playing not to get hit.
Right.
Like he is taking.
He threw a
the-
block the other day, like 2 weeks
That's
ago.
wild.
Yeah.
Like
I,
it's
I
like
didn't see that.
he's
That's
like a
wild.
guy like he was like he has an epidural in the offseason, and he's like, I'm just gonna go block on this reverse. Like that's fine.
It's built different.
So
So Rams, only team we trust. in the NFL.
So the Rams
Think
are at
so.
3. So then who are the top 2 teams you trust in college football right now in the playoffs?
I mean, I think I have to put Indiana as one,
Yeah,
as
they
one or
earned it
2. And
last
then it's
night.
really a 50-50 between Georgia and Ohio State for me. I think I'd lean Ohio State. I think my top 3 are Indiana, Ohio State, Rams.
Any different, Sean?
I'd throw Georgia in. I think I could
just-
throw Georgia in
It's
there.
just
but-
Gunnar Stockton. Like, I don't know, man.
yeah.
Like, we saw his stats yesterday. Like, it feels like they almost never win because of him.
Oh yeah. No, definitely. And it's more in the like they're gonna have to Stetson their Bennett their way through it.
Yeah.
Because apparently that's like how Kirby Smart prefers to have his team
Apparently.
operate.
He,
Like,
he doesn't like a margin of error.
He does not like 4-star quarterbacks either. It's like, can you be balding as a college athlete?
Premature.
Great.
Can you be
That-
balding at 21?
Yes.
You're in.
I love it. I love what you bring, kid. Does Todd McShay and all the draft analysts throw up when they watch your tape? Yep, they sure do. Let's try to win a national championship at Georgia with you. So yeah, to me, I don't really ding them for Stockton, because I kind of think they're built to like hide them. You know, it's a little of like the Purdy in San Francisco a few years ago, where it's like they could still just lean on their defense and just scheme up enough stuff for to get easy throws, to be like a threat in the pass game. But they're cool winning these games by punting. You know, they're 100% comfortable doing that.
Special teams 1/3 of the game, Sean.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And what they do yesterday against Alabama, they blocked a punt that set up a short field
Kirby ball,
so they could throw a 1-yard touchdown pass. Like that. That's how they want to win games.
Complimentary football.
Yeah, I think for me it's
Tear to my eye.
I'm Indiana, Georgia, and then the Rams are the three teams to trust the most. And I think
Yeah.
Ohio State is the easy next option.
Yeah, I had a split second of trying to include Ohio State, where it's like, well, I can't actually kick them out I can't kick out Indiana for Ohio State.
Yeah.
Like
You could kick the Rams out and just be like, I don't trust anyone in the NFL.
that. If I were push comes to shove, that probably
It's
is
just hard
where
to like.
go.
I trust three teams in college football when there's
I
only going to be two in the championship game.
Yes.
Like, so it's like I feel like you have to
Facts.
give up on someone a little bit here.
No, I don't.
Or just kicking out the Rams.
I don't. If I think they're all like pretty clear, going to be very clear favorites to win their first round game, or the quarterfinal game that they actually play, the first game that they play, which I think would be the case for Ohio State, Indiana, and Georgia. Like, I'm not sure who coming up, that has to play in round one would get matched up with these guys, where I'd go, I'm not really sure who I'm picking. I mean, to me, it's like Ole Miss is the 6th seed, so they would play Georgia. Or
we saw
Georgia,
that game. Georgia won.
Yeah, or they'd play Ohio State. It's like, well, I think Ohio State's better than Georgia.
Yeah, like you look at those three teams. Like, obviously, as Joe said, only two of them make the title game. But I feel very, very confident those three teams we mentioned, Indiana, Ohio State, and Georgia, are all in the semifinals.
Yeah.
They're all in the Final Four.
Yeah.
How far away do you think Texas Tech is from that group of teams?
I think they're the 4.
is it a gap from in terms of trust?
Yeah. Like I would say Ohio State. Well, you guys would differ with Georgia, but for me, it's Ohio State, Indiana kind of grouped together. Pretty close. Tiny drop to Georgia, and then a more sizable drop to Texas Tech, and then an even more sizable drop
to everyone else.
Yeah, after Texas Tech.
I would put Oregon.
I don't trust Dante Moore.
I'd put them in the same tier, but higher than Texas Tech. Where it's like it is a margin call.
So you'd pick Oregon heads up?
Yeah.
If they played?
Yeah, and they would play it on neutral field. So, yes, Brian. Felt like I was under oath. So would you pick them on a – yes, I would.
Say it, sir.
You want answers?
Yeah,
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
I'm very curious to see the first round playoff matchups. There's a lot they can do in the college football playoffs. They can make, if they want to have a rematch in the semifinals before the national championship game, they could do that because they could drop Ohio State to 4 if they wanted to. I don't think they'll do that.
No, I can't imagine them.
I think they would do
3.
that specifically to avoid a rematch before the semifinals.
Yeah, because for a ratings perspective, you would think you don't want to see them play in the national title game. To be honest with you, I feel like you don't want to see Indiana and Ohio State play
I think
again.
you'd rather Indiana or Ohio State versus the SEC.
I think at that point,
For the
though,
ratings.
Indiana would become the Miracle on Ice hockey team, where
Yeah.
it's people would actually be enthralled by this Indiana team.
It's kind of hard not to be.
I don't know. I think diehard college football fans like us, yes. The average public, I don't think is enthralled by Indiana.
No.
I think there's enough of a casual fan who's only going to watch the a quarterfinal if it's on, semifinal, finals.
Yeah.
If they're so wait, so it's not going to be Alabama, Clemson, Georgia, Ohio State every year? There's Indiana. I think there's a little bit of Cinderella story that at least gets people to turn it
Well, if
turn
you
it
want
on.
that, we need. I guess we couldn't get it if they're the
Duke?
1-4.
If Duke makes a run,
no,
that'd
I was
be
going to
great.
say Indiana,
No.
Texas Tech national championship game, but I don't think we could get that if they're
No,
1-4.
No.
So.
And that's good. That's good. You can't have two Cinderellas. We see that.
There's only room.
I mean, we saw that the last Final Four that Houston hosted. We saw it in the Final Four before that too, where it's okay.
Yeah, VCU and Butler
And
back
Butler,
in 11.
yeah. And with a bad UConn team, the second was it the second UConn team? Was it the?
What was that team that was Kimba and nobody
Oh,
else?
okay. So that was not the Napier one.
No, it wasn't the Napier
the same
one.
formula, just
No,
worse.
it was just Kimba and no one else. Yeah.
I'm just looking at the
And-
screen here. Look at that snow.
Yeah.
It is coming down in Buffalo.
That might be bad for Buffalo, honestly. Just because that they're
I mean,
built,
I'd favor their running game over the Bengals' running game.
but I would favor the Bengals to be able to run on the Bills than vice versa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's bad because it's like, man, they're really going to force Cincinnati to run the ball, and expose our weakness.
All right, it shouldn't matter, but when we get back, we'll hit we'll go through the new AP poll real quick, just to hit on what that looks like because that's officially come out, and we'll get to we'll be picking some games here in our next segment as we broadcast inside the sportsbook at LaBerge in Lake Charles. It is the Bullpen here on ESPN 97.5.
You're listening to The Bullpen,
on ESPN 97.5 and 97.9 HD2.
broadcasting live from the mobile Huntington Bank Studios located at LaBerge Casino Resort, Lake Charles. Here's Joe George, Brian McDonald, and Sean Mapes.
Back here on the Bullpen on ESPN 97.5, Joe, Sean, and Brian broadcasting live from inside the sportsbook at LaBerge in Lake Charles. We're going to check out their VIP fan cave sections. All you got to do is go to the website for LaBerge. Click on the sportsbook. A QR code is going to pop on up for you. It'll connect you with Pedro or Courtney, and they will help you coordinate a day. They've already locked up their Super Bowl day, but there's obviously college football playoffs coming up. We'll be back out here for the first round of the playoffs. March Madness would be a great time. Probably the best time, honestly, to book those things. Because you got 4 TVs, so you can just kind of be hanging out in there all day long. And within the next hour or so, we'll be getting the college football playoff final rankings. The AP poll came out first. Indiana unanimous #1, followed by Georgia, Ohio State, and Texas Tech. Those are the AP poll's top
No problem
4.
there.
Oregon, Ole Miss, A&M, Oklahoma, the next 4. And then Notre Dame at 9, Miami at 10. And then they had the Alabama 11, BYU 12. So if it were to follow the AP format, Alabama would be out. If, again, it follows that, Tulane would be the 11 seed and JMU would be the 12 seed in the playoffs this year. A couple sports books, I think including this one, have put out some opening lines for the first round of what they're predicting the games are going to be, which I think is a good indicator of what we're going to see here soon. They've got Alabama as 4.5-point underdogs at Texas A&M. Notre Dame as a 5.5-point favorite on the road to Oklahoma. What do you think the James Madison Oregon line is?
Oregon
23.5.
I was going to go 24.5, so we're
It's 21.5.
okay. All right.
Tulane
Dukes.
at Ole Miss. What do you think?
Tulane at Ole Miss. Ole Miss 13.5.
I mean, they did play this game 2 months ago. I would say it's. You said 13.5?
Yeah.
I think you're about right. I'll be different. I'll say 14.5.
17.5
Okay.
for that. And then Brett McMurphy tweeted out one of the funniest things I've seen today.
Oh.
It's a little dramatic.
Oh.
He goes, "Not much at stake today," says industry source. Here's a quote.
Not.
Yeah, not much. And then, but then this is the quote, so there's a little sarcasm in here.
Oh.
No matter what today could be the day of the college football playoff collapse. If they host Notre Dame or Alabama or an entire Power 4 league, then they let 2 G5 teams and only 1 team from the Big 12 and ACC. I'm praying this ends committees. So this source thinks that when these teams get left out, it's going to end the committees. Computer models.
So we go back to the BCS.
But I see.
essentially?
I don't think you can go.
But here's the thing: that doesn't eliminate a committee.
It was
because
still 66.
Yeah, 2/3
Yeah.
of the BCS was human polls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you have to find. I don't know if there's a perfect computer model that can help you do this.
The only way that you get rid of these debates is if everything's an automatic qualifier.
Yeah,
Yes,
if you
that's
do
the
like
only
the
way.
NFL playoffs, where
Yeah.
it's like you have, top 4 from one league, top 4, and you just add it up to where there's no at-larges, and it's just conference standings.
Guess we're joining a conference then.
Yeah, Notre Dame would have to at that point.
It's the only thing. Like, it's,
I mean, were they joining the ACC? Although that feels like
So-
because I know they play their other
Yeah.
Yeah.
sports in the ACC.
So
That's why they have such an easy schedule.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
'cause
'cause
half of it's
half
the
of it's
ACC.
the
yeah,
ACC.
because they're in the ACC and every other sport. I
Yeah.
think in theory, yes, it would make the most sense to join the ACC.
I just couldn't see them in the.
However, I think they're going to leave the ACC.
Like, the only other conference that would make sense is the Big Ten, but
It doesn't matter anymore. You always say that, Brian, but like it doesn't matter anymore.
No,
Stanford's in the ACC.
No, I'm not meaning geographically.
Yeah.
I just mean from like who they traditionally play, like Michigan State and Michigan, and USC.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it makes sense like to join a conference with those
Yeah.
teams in it.
Rutgers,
It's just
Maryland.
yeah, all the favorites.
But like you can't run from Michigan and Notre Dame or USC and Notre Dame if you're in the Big Ten. But I think that there's a chance they're going to try to force their way out of the ACC here pretty quickly, potentially even in the for everything. Just it seems like the ACC official Twitter account did some serious damage to that relationship during this playoff push for Miami. They seem to, in Notre Dame's view, cross some lines of how much they're promoting Miami over Notre Dame, even though they're basically in the conference. Let's pick some games this weekend. I feel like there's a lot of good ones to go through. We're doing straight up here, and then we got one game against the spread, as you guys always
Correct.
do it.
Okay. I did have a split second of like, why is there only a spread?
Every
for one
single
of these
time
games?
I do this, I think the same
honestly,
thing.
I would do it where
right.
we had the spread for every of them, but that's not how the game was created. So we play it how it was created.
Okay.
Where are we going to start? Let's start Colts Jags. Sean?
Give me the Jags.
Okay.
Colts haven't won in Jacksonville since 2014. Brian was a young man back then. Jadeveon Clowney was a rookie for the Houston Texans. Give me the Jags in a rainy one. in Jacksonville.
Okay, taking the Jags. I like
Trevor
it.
Banks Stadium.
Brian?
I will take the Colts.
In
that.
Trevor Banks Stadium?
In Trevor. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence. It's rainy. Give me the better running team. Jonathan Taylor takes it. Plus, I have Colts -2 betting with my heart. Betting with my wallet.
Have to. Makes sense. I'll take
Yeah.
the Colts as well.
I would recuse myself if I had.
Conflict of interest,
Yes,
sir.
sir. I cannot turn in my badge and gun.
Brian, Bengals or Bills?
I'm gonna.
In the snow.
I have Bengals +6, but do I think they actually win the game? I do not. I'll take the Bills. I'll take the Bills at home. I do in a snow game. Chase Brown has played better, but I trust again better running team. That's definitely the Bills here. Give me James Cook to win it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go Bills as well. I'm also on Cincinnati +6, but that was just a pure. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be
Bills shouldn't be
6
favored
point
by
favorites
6.
over
Yeah.
any decent team.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
All right, I'll take the Bills as well. I think it's pretty. I mean, we'll see how the snow affects this game, but I mean, T. Higgins is coming back, but because of snow, I feel like that all gets kind of wiped out.
All of
because
us have
it.
picked, including Cam and John, have all picked the Bills.
Yeah, it's the one game
So
where
we're all picking the Bills. Huh?
Yeah.
Put
Sean-
on the graphic.
Sean and Belmer are both picked the Jags. Cam picked the Colts. Let's go.
I like my ally.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be allied with John. No offense, John.
No, this is the one he wants.
Your record not great.
This is the one he wants.
Let's go. Bears Packers.
Sean,
Packers, easy. Come on.
Packers, easy.
How bad is John at this game?
6.5.
John is like at least 12 games under 500. It's pretty bad. He's in last place.
Oh, why did he pick the Bears then?
Yeah, you're catching on here, Joe.
I'll take the Bears. I'm not gonna pick against them.
I can pull up his record here in a second. But
Never would I ever pick against the
Never
Bears.
would I ever? Okay.
No.
All right.
That's
You'd
not
never
true
pick
also.
up. Okay, I was gonna say, what are you talking?
At least
about?
this season. This season I won't. I mean,
Yeah.
I bet on them
Because
last
of how
night.
dominant they are. Yeah.
I bet on them last night just because like every game they've played has been close this year, basically, except for like 2.
John's overall record, by the way, 12-23.
I mean, that's getting pretty close to like Jeremy Brand territory
Yeah,
for a fix.
yeah.
Who's maybe picking. I'm so shocked. how
Everyone
bad
else
he
is either at 500 or over 500, except
Nice.
for Johnny Belmer.
All right, let's go. All right, Texans Chiefs.
Texans, baby. Swarm.
Outright?
Outright. Also have. I'm sorry, I should have recused myself. I also have Texans money line.
You should, or at least disclose that on the front end.
Yeah, I should have disclosed that.
Take off your hat like the playoff committee.
Yeah, look, we talked about it a lot yesterday. I just think, Chiefs are offensive line banked up. Their offense overall not as explosive. Give me the pass rush against the Chiefs. I was trying to buy you some time because I can tell you're
No,
mulling it
I
over.
am. I'm mulling. I don't know if I really. I don't know if I. Who'd John pick? He picked the Texans. Give me the
Oh,
Chiefs.
damn it. I should
Give me
have
the
looked.
Chiefs.
Tiebreaker. Tiebreaker goes to whatever
give me
John didn't
Give me the
pick.
Chiefs.
I really.
I don't.
You're
I don't-
probably on the right side of history.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
I could easily see it is such a 50-50 thing as far as like who wins. I like the Texans plus 3.5. Like that would be great. But straight up, I don't know.
I didn't want to do this but I wanted to flip it. But yesterday on the show, I said the Texans are going to win. I'm not going to change it now, so I'll stick with the Texans. I'm not going to be a flip flopper
Oh, well,
out here.
don't listen to the I don't know if you can listen to the hour that Brian and I did on Friday, but
Oh, you're flip flopping.
I am flip flopping. I made
Yeah,
the
did they get
case.
podcasts that I have no idea?
I made the
so.
case for like 35 minutes. Why
All
they
right.
should win.
And then the last one here we'll pick this weekend. Steelers Ravens. It's still 6 right now.
Yeah. This is when I looked like an hour ago, so if
Okay.
it's changed, forgive me.
Yeah, it's
but
6 for the first time ever. Lamar Jackson and Aaron Rodgers playing a football game.
Interesting.
Yeah, I did not know that. Adam Schefter just tweeted that out.
Random note that's mildly interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Because
right.
Lamar gets hurt all the time.
Yeah, that's true. And they weren't in the same division.
Yeah, and
I think Sean has said this, multiple times. Like,
Multiple.
why would the Ravens ever be favored by 6 against anybody? And there is merit to that. It's just I think the Steelers are ass. I really do. Like, the run defense hasn't been good. Aaron Rodgers is banged up. He's not been good. DK Metcalf has been a disaster. And it's on the road. I'm going to take the Ravens -6. I'll throw in a little extra bonus. John picked the Steelers. So give me the Ravens -6.
Okay.
why would the Ravens be favored by 6?
I don't know. I don't know, Sean.
Why?
I just play the games I put in front of
Why
me.
are they favored by 6? Give me the Steelers.
And I'm going to go Steelers.
Man, okay. You're lighting yourself with Johnny Palmer.
I know, but the Ravens have not been, and Lamar specifically, has not really been impressive in any game coming back yet.
He's also been ass.
Like, it's just, at some point, you think it's going to click a little bit with them, but, like, it really hasn't. I'm still stunned by the Mark Andrews news this week. Like, 3 years, $40 million.
Another deal.
I probably would have.
I guess Isaiah Likely's out the door.
Yeah, and they must just not trust him to stay healthy, so that's why they're moving on. And
Maybe so.
Going to be going in that direction going forward. But all right, it is the bullpen here on ESPN 97.5. When we get back, let's take a look. We'll talk a little bit about last night's Rockets game. They're now 0-2 on the season on the second night of a back-to-back. So is that a trend that we need to now keep looking at going forward the rest of the season? We'll get to that next year. Broadcasting live from inside the sportsbook at LaBerge on ESPN 97.5.
This is the Bullpen,
On ESPN 97.5 and the ESPN Houston app.
broadcasting live from the mobile Huntington Bank Studios, located at LaBerge Casino Resort, Lake Charles. Here's Joe George, Brian McDonald, and Sean Mapes.
Something we mentioned yesterday as we were discussing the NFL and coaches that could be fired this offseason. I think Adam Schefter was listening because I woke up to like 3 notifications about Mike Tomlin not getting fired this offseason.
Did he get the dreaded vote of confidence?
And not that, but just the reporting is just he's not going to get fired. But he has a team option for 2027 that they must make by March. That decision must come March 1st. So they're saying he's not going to get fired. But then what if you don't pick up his option? Like, you're just going to tell Mike Tomlin, like, hey, man, you're a lame duck. That seems like a weird decision.
Yeah.
Like, I just fire him then.
Yeah. I mean, that's what normal NFL teams do. But, Pittsburgh Steelers with especially the head coaching position, not really a normal team.
Yeah, this is like their fourth coach.
Yeah, it's not usually how they operate. Or actually, there's not really enough of a sample size to know how they operate at all in a coaching search.
It's 3 coaches going back to like the early 70s.
Yes, and Cowher got to retire.
Oh, yeah, he got to pick his out.
Yeah, and I don't know what Chuck Noll did. Sorry.
No, I'm not aware. I don't really buy this report from Schefter, not as in that he's definitely going to be fired. I just don't think the Steelers have made their decision either way. Like, I could see, as of now, them thinking, okay, he's coming back. But what if they lose out? What if it gets embarrassing? Like, well, maybe you just blame it all on Aaron Rodgers and you move on and you trust Tomlin because he's had a winning season basically every other year except for the year that he had Aaron Rodgers. But I don't think they've made this decision yet.
No, they got to find their way out of quarterback hell.
Well, there's only one way. This is the purgatory they've decided to put themselves into. But it's kind of like what the Colts were doing for a long time, and arguably still doing now, because unless you think Daniel Jones is the long-term answer, even if he is, though, he's not under contract long-term. Like, unless you decide to take your 3-loss season, you're going to be kind of stuck in, well, let's sign Matt Ryan. Let's sign Phillip Rivers. Let's run Jacoby Brissett out there. Like, it's going to be this never-ending cycle of these retreads who are just good enough to get you to 9-10 wins and make the playoffs, but you can't win a title and you're not bad enough to get your next quarterback. Yeah. Or you do take your quarterback, and because you're drafting like 24 overall, it's Kenny Pickett.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're not really a team that's going to splash the pot with first-round picks to move up to go get that guy.
Yeah.
So, it's a situation where that was my defense for Tomlin for a few years, was like they haven't really ever tried to replace Ben Roethlisberger. And even the last 3 years of Brendan Roethlisberger, you probably should have wanted to replace him. And they haven't, invested at all in that position. Even I wouldn't count Kenny Pickett as a serious,
That was a first-round pick.
Yeah, but come on.
And they gave him 2 years. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and so now it's kind of reached the point where you might need to get rid of Tomlin to then invest in the quarterback because
he'll never let you tank.
Let you tank or make a big trade for one,
or just fire Mike Tomlin, bring in a new coach like 2 years, let him suck for a quarterback.
I have a name for you.
And then when Arch Manning is the Steelers quarterback, then you just rehire Mike Tomlin.
There we go.
Just bring him back.
There we go.
You lost me in Arch Manning. I don't know if it feels like they're taking more mobile Kenny Pickett.
Yeah. What's your theory?
No, I was just going to make a joke. Like, if you need to suck for a couple years to get your quarterback, I have a name for you, David Coley. He's available.
Oh, gosh.
Look, he will get you the result you need.
There's
every job has a perfect man for the job.
Well, I guess it was Lovey who won that last time.
Yeah, Lovey.
Coley.
They did it right. They got C.J. Stroud.
Thank you, Lovey.
Hashtag Lovey was right.
Yeah. Thank you, Dusty. Thank you, Lovey.
I hate that take.
It wasn't serious.
No, I know, but people say it all the time.
I know.
Just because Nick Caserio got stopped from taking Bryce Young it's why.
Well, and I don't know why people take it as 100% lock that he would have taken Bryce Young.
It's just what McClain reported. That's why.
He also reported that there's no way they're going to pass on Johnny Manziel.
100%.
And then he had to eat a phone book.
Yeah, it's a whole phone book.
Well, that was the joke, and I think he just ate one paper from it.
Now, see, I feel like if you're saying you're going to eat a phone book, you have to obviously no one's going to make you eat the whole phone book. I do feel like more than one page.
How many pages would satisfy your bloodlust here, Joe?
How many pages?
Paper lust, yes.
How many pages are in a phone book?
A lot.
Hundreds.
A lot.
I don't know.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen a phone book in.
No one has. It's really an indictment upon.
How about
even in 2014, the fact that John McClain used
that
as one
pretty dated reference.
I would say
even in 2014, it was dated.
How about one page for every 100?
Yeah, I think.
Because I don't think it's in 2,500 pages.
I'm purely guessing, 500 pages.
Wait.
Does that sound?
So he
in the ballpark? So that'd be 5 pages.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
He said that that Texans wouldn't pass on Jadeveon Clowney.
No, on Johnny
on
Manziel.
Johnny Manziel, and instead they picked Jadeveon Clowney first.
Correct.
And Johnny Manziel went, like 26th?
23rd, 24, something like that.
I feel like he has to eat 23 pages.
Oh, 1 page per, yes.
That would
one
have been
page per pick.
You're right. That would have been the way to do it.
Yep. Okay, I'm glad we solved it retroactively.
Yeah.
If you're General, if you're listening, I know you are. You owe us 23 pages.
With interest.
With interest.
No, yeah.
It's now 35 pages, General.
500 to 1,000 for
Okay.
a yellow
I
pages,
think we said 500.
Yeah.
So
one.
But we're throwing that part out because now we're saying one page per missed pick.
Yeah, we locked it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That would have been the right
If
way.
only
That's fair and just.
senior in high school Sean could have
Like,
helped
like
out the general.
called into the general.
Hey, I have actually I can fix this.
What a strong stance to have. I think it was 23rd or whatever it was you said.
Yeah, it was. I don't remember where
It was in
Cleveland
the
picked him.
20s.
It was definitely in the mid 20s.
Because I think they traded up to get him, which is also hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, I think you're right. I think they do that.
Did the Broncos also trade up for Tebow, or did he just fall to them?
I think he just fell to the Broncos.
Because I feel very similarly about those two picks. Like everyone in the world except for one GM knew that was a disaster.
I mean, hey, you know what? Tim got him to the playoffs and won a playoff.
It was a
Doesn't matter, Brian.
It was a 5-yard slant that
Doesn't matter,
Demaryius
Brian.
Thomas broke.
They won the division that year, Brian.
Yeah. Like,
Doesn't
not,
matter.
not because of him.
What are you talking about? They went on a winning streak when he played.
They won in spite of him.
But they were losing before he played.
I mean, but there was some
and then they won.
Tim Tebow was right about his religion things happening. It felt like where every single week there was something absurd happening.
Oh, and was that not on the scouting report coming out of the draft?
Where
That
it's
maybe
Pros, Jesus is behind them.
maybe smiled upon by the Lord.
That makes me so mad.
What? Okay, I need to look up Lance Zierlein's draft guide from 2011.
I just remember Marion.
Favored by Jesus.
I just remember like Marion Barber running out of bounds like a idiot.
Oh yeah, that was one of the games.
Yeah, he ran out. Like the Bears were going to win. They said to run the clock out, and Marion Barber just ran out of bounds for no reason. And Denver got the ball back, and then Tebow took them right down the field.
The other thing I
for a
remember
victory.
from the Tebow era, it was 2009. The Texans were playing in Denver, and obviously Tebow won with with religion and running game. But like the rare time in
that order.
the Texans, yes, in that order. The Texans defense actually gave up 300 passing yards to Tebow in that game. I think that might have been one of the
Really?
Yeah. If it wasn't the only one of his career, it had to be like one of two.
Wow, I wasn't sure he had any 300 yards.
He did against the Texans in 2009.
Yeah, and in the Demaryius Thomas playoff game.
Yeah.
He
The
got-
5-yard slant that went for 75. Yeah.
I mean, that helps you out.
75. That's in the scorebook.
All right, let's take a break when
It
we
all
get
looks
back.
like a line drive.
They don't ask how.
Yep.
They ask how many.
Numbers are numbers. Let's talk some Rockets here when we get back. It's the Bullpen broadcasting live inside the sportsbook at LaBerge on ESPN 97.5. All right, the college football playoff selection show is underway on ESPN. So we will kind of pivot to that as we expect it to be released here. They just showed all the sideline reporters across the country.
I was shocked to see that Marty Smith is in Alabama.
Yeah, Marty Smith is
shocked.
there in Alabama. Saw Jen Latta over at Notre Dame.
They wasted a reporter on sending someone to Duke.
Well, it's just at ACC.
Well, there was a Duke and an ACC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the ACC reporter, Chicago Cubs sideline reporter, Taylor McGregor, who also does college football games. But it's so whenever I see her on a college football, like, this doesn't make sense. Why aren't you at the Cubs game right now? Like, especially during Cubs season, I was like, why are you leaving me? It's like Jeremy with this show. He's like, or with our normal show. He's like, I'll go call Cougs game.
That's exactly what he sounds like, by the way.
yeah.
That's a great impression.
Yeah. Go Cougs.
I was transferred right away. Like, Jeremy Branham here. I heard it.
So we'll be getting the rankings coming out here shortly. Joey Galloway out there, Booger McFarland. Hopefully not. Like, I don't want to diss Glenn or anything like that, but a 2-hour World Cup draw show for the draw to take 20 minutes was brutal. They just kept going and going and going. I was like, this is an absurd thing. Hopefully college football does not. It says next exclusive reveal. So maybe in the next couple
commercial
minutes.
break and then.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get one commercial break and then segment 2 is the review.
I'm
Yeah.
really hoping for that commercial break, Brian.
Yeah. So really,
God.
You really love. You just want to see that dog
Sell some ads.
commercial.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh yeah. Go dogs.
Sick 'em?
dude, you guys were on one. Okay, so behind the scenes.
Look up at the ceiling.
Sean and Brian are obsessed with the Georgia commercial. It's very funny. We all
It's
agree.
amazing. That's why.
But
Go
Go
dogs.
dogs.
they were just barking.
Like that. Like
And-
that.
Well, we also
There was a
were
couple
on-
Georgia fans that were like,
Yeah, they were into it.
We all bet on Georgia.
Yep. Georgia minus 1.5.
Yeah.
And the under.
I got Georgia plus 1.5 too. I won all 3 of my Georgia bets. That was nice.
Congratulations.
There was like a table of Georgia fans, and like I was really disappointed they never joined in.
They did a couple
They
times.
did a couple.
Yeah.
They did a couple
Towards the
times?
end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Towards the end.
Okay.
They weren't as enthusiastic as Sean and I,
Yeah,
but they joined
They
in.
really saved it for like big plays. We just kind of did it whenever,
ever?
whenever they got a first down.
I mean, I would say Sean and I's Georgia fandom greater sign than their Georgia fandom.
No,
but-
I did see a Stetson Bennett jersey.
Definitely more
Oh, that is,
enthusiastic.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're more enthusiastic.
Yeah, we're more
Yeah.
enthusiastic Georgia fans.
Yeah, they were only excited like really good things happened. You guys were just like first down.
Yeah.
Sack. I mean,
It was
all of them.
and then there was a table behind us who like they just kept looking over, and I just
Well, there
kept
was a really disgruntled Alabama fan that
Yeah.
was sitting to
Oh.
our left,
Yeah.
That was
and then,
right
who
behind.
then left like maybe halfway through the third. Like he
Yeah.
didn't stick around.
Dogs made him quit.
That's why I'll tell you, I can't have Notre Dame at 10, guys. I don't think I can be here for Notre Dame, Texas A&M.
Yeah, because A&M fans,
This
They
is-
travel. They travel well.
This is an A&M place. Like there
Yeah.
was
Although Matt told us it was pretty split for A&M and
yeah,
Texas.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
like,
it won't be for A&M and Notre Dame.
I
It'll be
hate-
all of them and then Joe.
Yeah, I hate
Yeah.
to break it to you, Brian. Texas will not be making the playoffs.
I know. I'm
No.
just saying. Like,
Let me be the first to
Look,
announce.
I'll tell you.
I wasn't saying
I
that.
know,
I'm
I
just,
know.
yeah.
if Notre Dame matches up with A&M, I'm gonna go. What's the Canadian? What from the China jersey site?
Timu.
Timu? No, where do you get your jerseys from? The Arch Manning jersey.
Oh yeah.
I forgot what it was called. Hold on. Keep going.
Yeah. What's the point?
Will
here?
I get my Manti Te'o green jersey in 2
Oh,
weeks?
God.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Manti Te'o.
Probably not.
Okay, I'll get a Jeff Samardzija.
Get Brady Quinn.
No, Jeff Samardzija.
I think it's more the
Oh,
fact
because
it
he played
comes-
for the Cubs.
Yeah.
It comes on a slow boat from
Yeah. No, they're literally rowing over.
Yeah, we're not gonna get that in time. But
Yeah.
I'll have to buy like a Notre Dame jersey, and wear it and just
Will Fuller.
be in the Lions then. Nah, I was never really a big Fuller guy.
Wow.
Wow.
He was fine. He
Turning
was
his nose up at Will Fuller.
he was fun at Notre Dame.
Jerome
but-
Bettis.
Yeah, I could do it Bettis.
All right.
A little
all right.
throwback.
Yeah.
Really
Might
tough.
be
I mean,
real.
can you really tell though?
No,
they all
look the
look
same.
the
No, I
same.
mean, you just know that
Yeah.
it's Jerome Bettis.
If I want to make it really weird, I could buy the jersey of one of the 2 players that I do the post game show with.
That's a little fanboyish.
I mean, they are like, one's like the #1 rusher of all time in Notre Dame football history besides Jerome Bettis. But it would still be kind of weird to be like, hey man, I got your jersey on.
Yeah. It's a little weird.
Yeah, it'd be a little weird. Rockets suck on back-to-backs. Mm-hmm. Is that going to be a thing, Sean, you feel like? Because 2 back-to-backs in the second game has been pretty bad against first the Jazz and then last night against the
mediocre
Mavericks.
teams at best.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably, it's kind of a theme or a trend for every team on the second night of a back-to-back. So I'm not sure how specific it is to the Rockets.
Sure.
You have Kevin Durant, who actually played both sides of both back-to-backs.
And he played well. He played well in the back-to-back.
And so that's something where, you don't really pencil that in for definitely going to happen going forward. Obviously, yesterday they didn't have
Alper
and Şengün,
or Steven Adams. Yeah.
So they went with Clint Capella. So now they're kind of not playing the way they want to play on top of it being a back-to-back. So I think just given the amount of guys or the importance of the guys that will probably miss a back-to-back game, I do think it'll be somewhat of a trend. Maybe not like, where they
lose everyone.
Yeah, where they get smoked every time. Because the Jazz game was close. That one felt more like we don't really want to be here. We proved our point yesterday with how much better we are than this team, and playing the same team again. Maybe it was more of a motivation thing than an actual legs thing. Where this game last night against the Mavericks felt like it was third quarter. Oh, we don't really have the horses to keep going.
Because even though they had some good offensive performances, you mentioned Durant. Like we were watching that game, and it was a layup line, exactly. And I know I was sweating that more than you guys because I made a live bet on the Rockets plus 4.5. But it was just because it was tied at like they trailed a little bit in the first, they trailed a little bit in the second, they had it tied at 57. Going into half, but coming out in the third, like one team had energy and the other didn't. It was a Mavs layup and dunk line, like almost the entire second half.
Yeah, I think what's interesting to watch going forward is just like what the plan is for Kevin Durant, because it feels like maybe some of this is circumstance, is that he had the family situation, so he missed 2 games, so it made sense for him to play in the first back-to-back with the Jazz, because it's like, why would you miss 3 out of 4 games?
Right.
And then this one last night, like you're down. Alpe, Tari Eason, and Steven Adams is already for sure not going to play. So are you also then going to remove Kevin Durant from your lineup? So I think when Alperin, like when he's not sick, and potentially have Tari Eason and Dorian Finney-Smith, I think eventually we see Kevin Durant sitting on these back-to-backs. But it's been a pleasant surprise. Like, and then obviously that second game hasn't gone well, but there was no chance under any circumstance I thought they would put Kevin Durant out there in a back-to-back game. I just assumed that it was just like, yeah, that's it. It's kind of like Josh Hader, where it's like you never thought he was going to try to get 6 outs, and he started doing it. It's like, this is nice.
Yeah, and I wonder if that's something where – because you can look at it, there's only been 2 back-to-backs, so you can look at it piece by piece, and it's like, well, he didn't play the week before the 2 Jazz games, and then this one, it is just a trip up north.
Yeah.
Probably
both are on the road. Both of these second nights of back-to-backs were on the road.
Yeah, one they had to travel from their hotel room to the arena, back to their hotel room, back to the arena.
I remember a wise man brought up travel yesterday. He was not listened to.
Yeah, by himself, by the way. He was not listened to
that wise man then went and bet on the Rockets plus 4.5.
This wise man won his bet by betting the over. That wise man didn't listen to him.
Yeah. No. I was dissuaded by Joe's mockery of me mentioning the road. He was very dismissive of the 45-minute flight.
Joe's fault that you didn't listen to yourself.
Obviously, if I missed, it's the one bet I missed yesterday.
Yeah.
I missed one bet.
Commonality, Joe.
Yep, my fault.
Where else did I lose money?
I don't know.
Playing Ultimate Texas Hold'em.
Oh.
Who did I join in that? Joe. See, Joe's the problem.
Yeah, clearly. When I was trying to see if the Rockets were on a back-to-back. The next time we hear, they're not.
Oh, damn.
But they are. But the second game's on Sunday. So they play Saturday,
Sunday.
But this is not what that Saturday, December 20th, is going to look like. So we have 3 college football playoff games. We got 2 NFL games. And the Rockets and the Nuggets play at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
4 o'clock. 2 hours after our show.
That Rockets game's probably not going to be on TV. Well, it might be.
Well, I mean,
maybe on one of the side ones here.
Because they spread the college football games out. So
yeah, because I think
the NFL games are spread out.
It'll probably be the football games. 2 of them on the screen. And one of the side ones will have a Rockets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
'cause we'll only have
11,
one-
3, and 7, I think it is.
Yeah, the NFL games will probably be what, like 3 and 7 or
Something like
3:30
that.
and 7.
It's, I
2
think
and
it's
6.
I think it's 5:20 and 7:20.
Oh, really? Oh, well, there's actually some overlap.
I think there is. I thought I
That
saw
would,
there was
that would be a
overlap.
little odd, but I mean, anyway, like the point being, like I think.
Oh no, sorry. You're 4 o'clock and 7:20.
Yeah, so there's only one game on of each at a time.
So we'll
So
get the
one
Rockets.
college football, one NFL, and then Rockets will get a side TV.
Yeah, I would rather watch Rockets Nuggets than Eagles Commanders. Even though Jaden Daniels, he's back this weekend, which is. Are you surprised by that at all? That he came back with this broken elbow? thing?
I kind of think there's too many games left in the season for him if he's ready to play with 5 remaining. That's like, well, you can't just not come up with some BS and not playing
Yeah.
for over a month. It's like if this situation was like 2 weeks later or 2 weeks from now, where it's like it's 3 games, it's kind of easier to be like, you know what? Let's
Also, maybe like 4 years into his career, not year 2.
yeah,
it's like he still hasn't played much.
It's a
not
little
it's-
and also just the nature of his injury, while relatively grotesque, it's not something where it's like, well, we have to see how his arm responds to.
You're not
to
worried
rehab.
about ending his career.
Yeah, it's his left elbow.
Yeah, it's not like throwing RG3 back out there where
Exactly.
you run the risk of ruining his career.
It's not a knee. It's not a hamstring. It's not a
Yeah.
groin. It's
And like
it's something
Joe
that-
said, it's year 2. Like if this was like Stafford or something, or not, well, maybe not Stafford because he's close to it. He might throw him back out there because it might be his last year. But someone that's well established in the league, I don't think they necessarily run him back in there.
It feels like Kyler Murray.
Well, Kyler Murray might have to fight for a job.
I mean, I'm pretty confident.
Kyler Murray got IR.
Yeah, his foot has not progressed.
I
they
think
said
it
over
has
the weekend.
progressed. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
also
ain't
think.
playing.
Look, I usually I think this is far overvalued when people talk about building momentum for the following season.
Yeah.
99% of the time, I agree with that. But I do think there's something with this where, like, the Commanders have sucked all year. I think it would be valuable for Jaden and the offense to get a few good games under the belt. Just go, okay, it was the injuries. We're actually still really good.
Yeah.
And you're going into next year feeling good about yourself.
Because they really haven't played with the full complement.
Yeah, Jaden,
of-
I think, has played with Terry once this entire year.
Yeah, and they're moving the ball pretty well on Sunday night with
Mariota, yeah.
Mariota, and
Thank you, Collinsworth.
against a pretty good defense. So
Apparently, that's how you
imagine-
say it.
I just don't trust Collinsworth. I'm going to default
Well,
to
that's how
who's wrong.
Tarico was saying it, right?
Oh, Trico was saying it that
He
way?
was less committed than
Yeah.
Collinsworth was. And then they asked Mariota, and he said, "Yeah, Mariota."
Okay.
Like he was like, people mispronounce it by saying Mariota. And it's like, so that's the that's the issue. The top is not really something that he's asking for.
Yeah. All right. We at some point will be seeing.
The CFP selection
we got
principles.
the principles. It's very convenient that head-to-head is listed second.
I mean, well, yeah.
Strength of schedule 1, which
First.
they're separated by one slot in the
Yeah,
rankings.
sorry, Notre
So we're
Dame.
talking about Notre Dame and Miami
Sorry, Notre Dame played Texas A&M. Sorry,
and lost.
Yeah.
by a point. Okay, break. Come on, man. Ryan, go to break.
You're listening to The Bullpen,
On ESPN 97.5 and 97.9 HD2.
broadcasting live from the mobile Huntington Bank Studios located at LaBerge Casino Resort, Lake Charles. Here's Joe George, Brian McDonald, and Sean Mapes.
Back here on ESPN 97.5 as we await to see the college football playoff final seedings. Will there be a crash out on the show? I don't know.
On this show?
Will the college football committee be honorable men, or will they put Notre Dame in the playoff?
Yeah.
Find out later.
Yeah, This Comrex might not make it back to Houston.
Will they do the right thing,
Might
or
just-
will Joe be happy?
This coffee might just get dumped on the Comrex and just say, I'm out of here. Leaving. I can't really do that. I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, you've kind of given now evidence to be hard to deny it was an
Premeditation.
accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be this is being way too drawn out. They better do this coming out of the break. I'm getting angsty here.
They have coming up in a minute 25 exclusive
Yes,
reveal.
they do. They've got a countdown clock there, Joe.
I mean, it's
I
a
hope
good
they
way to
start
do
at
it.
the top, though. I hope they go like Indiana 1.
Oh, they have to, right?
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, especially because we know who 11 and 12 are. Like there's really no drama at the end.
Yeah, because last
Like
year
the drama's in the middle.
Well, last year how they did it was by the
Buys?
conference. No, the conference winners.
Oh, that's right.
And so because the conference winners are automatically, and so there's not
Yeah.
drama there. So it was like whatever 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
and it was like 7 and 12 or something because Clemson was the ACC champion last year in the 12th seed.
Really, the only drama here is 9-10, right?
I mean, they could shock us.
Yeah.
I don't think they will.
It feels like 5 through 8 is pretty well locked in.
Yeah.
I think maybe the order
Like Ole Miss,
switches one
Ole
spot.
Miss, and A&M in that 6-7 spot.
Yeah.
And Oregon and Oklahoma are all in. Those 4 teams are in. I'm not taking the bait. I'm not taking the bait.
I mean, you could flip the 6-7. I
You
actually
could.
think you
could.
could.
I think you're a terrible person right now, but you could do that. Yes.
The only thing I can't get out of my head is that when Hunter Yurachek said that like the idle teams can move, I was just like I feel like I was directed towards Notre Dame, Miami, but it also made me feel like with Ole Miss there is some in play of like, hey, we need to think this out a little bit more.
But when they've already done that, because Lane Kiffin had already left by the time the previous ranking came out.
Yeah, but it had been like 24 hours, right? Like 48 hours.
I mean, how much time does it decide? Like either you care or
How
you
long
don't.
were they deliberating?
That's
We
what
don't know.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
wondering. Like, do you like if like the more it's like okay, because I think like the more that you get away from that situation, like now you know Charlie Weiss Jr. is gonna be back there calling plays.
Right,
They
junior.
didn't know that. Yeah, it is junior. It's not
Junior,
senior.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying.
He's about like a fifth the size as well. If you needed to know.
Unnecessary shot.
Well, that's the truth.
okay.
That's a fact. But like, could they look at the Ole Miss situation like now a couple days later and say, hey, we actually are going to drop them back a little bit without.
I feel like
laying
that'd be
there.
hard to defend. Like if
I know.
you were to put out a ranking with Ole Miss, where were they at 6?
Yeah.
If you were to put out Ole Miss at a ranking with them at 6, having full knowledge of the situation, actually the only additional knowledge that you've gained is in their favor with the knowledge that Charlie Weiss Jr. is returning to call plays.
Junior.
Like, how could you then justify dropping them further when the only additional news that's come out is in their favor?
Yeah.
And look, and I really think
and
these
you'd be-
rankings are just a convenience of what they can defend.
Yeah, and you know, you can't bump them up because Oregon also didn't play.
Right.
And nothing really happened. You know, you can't move them really down with A&M. You can't like they're just surrounded by teams that also didn't play, so there isn't even like the indirect thing. You know, where they can move them around. Like how we're saying, Alabama might bump down a spot but stay in, just be the last team in. There's not really that. You know,
No.
flexibility around
They're
them.
sandwiched between other teams that also didn't play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be. I don't know. It feels like there's a chance some people are going to be very upset with this.
Okay.
I mean,
I
think we got the
if
reveal.
Texas isn't in, I'm going to throw things. So.
Yeah,
You think-
will you also take Joe's drink
Yeah,
cup and
yeah,
on the
that's
conference?
fine.
Or
All right,
this
Indiana-
Oh, wow.
little-
What do you know? Indiana's
little
number one.
splash of water. there.
what do you know?
Indiana, the number one team in the country, which is not a shock at all. I mean,
You think Fernando Mendoza won the Heisman last night?
yeah, I do. The odds
because Diego
are
Pavia
crazy.
Are they okay? Because
Yeah.
Diego Pavia took over that spot briefly, but I mean, it wasn't a big night for Fernando Mendoza if you just look at the box score.
Like that one throw.
But
Yeah, I
that
was
one
gonna
throw
say,
was
he
amazing.
made a
and
couple big
and he
throws.
was
Yeah.
really good. Like
Yeah.
outside the first quarter when he threw that interception on the short little screen
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
Like outside of that throw, he was great.
And the promo he cut. I mean,
yeah, he was very
I was watching
emotional
this
with a
morning.
tear in my eye, like Ric
Yeah.
Flair.
It was during the game. It was Pavia like minus 140, Mendoza plus 150. Diego Pavia is now number 2 at plus 1,000.
Yeah.
My
so
goodness.
it was
Ohio
so
Ohio
State, too.
State look, this was something I advocated for.
I'm good with this. Ohio State at 2. Like it's a 3-point game. It was a great football game. There's no reason to punish them and make them lower.
And there's not like a huge difference between 2 and 3, especially because you get the bye.
Because
so,
they'd be playing each other in the semifinals anyway.
Yes, and even with it changes your first round matchup. Not really, because you're still. It's one of 2 teams either way.
Yeah.
Like
there's no real difference, but I
Yeah.
do think this makes sense. So, like, if you thought Ohio State, or if you think Indiana's the number 1 team in the nation,
And they played
and
by-
Ohio State's only losses to the number 1
by
team in the
3.
nation, yeah, then I don't see how you could drop it to 3.
Quick note here.
So we'll know Georgia will be 3. There will be no real suspense here.
Kansas State has decided they're going to not play their bowl game with the coaching change,
Interesting.
which means 5-7. Rice Owls.
There we go.
Welcome to the Bowls.
Hooty hoo!
They're bowl team now.
Congratulations. To the
Wait,
Owls.
Congratulations.
so Colin Klein's not going to do both?
Apparently not.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess he's just going to.
I mean, he wasn't going to coach the bowl game anyway. Like the staff remaining would have
Yeah,
coached the
but
bowl.
you do bowl practice.
All right, Georgia is number 3 officially.
suspense
so
there.
Texas Tech will be 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where they, because the anticipation's at the end. I feel
Yeah,
like
it's the at-larges that
Yeah.
are the.
if it would have been flipped, if the anticipation would have been at the top, I feel like you start at 12.
Yeah.
So it's like every year you can change how you want to
Yeah.
reveal it.
Well, they're also
Maybe they
gonna,
just skip around to
they're,
the ones
no,
that
well,
are
they're
obvious.
they're not going to go by seed. They're going to go by conference champions. So we'll see Tulane and Duke
Well, no, they did,
or
or
James
JMU
Madison.
next.
Yeah.
You think so?
They did
Okay.
Ohio State second.
Yeah, Ohio
Oh
State.
yeah, I guess they did do.
Yeah, I think they're just
They're
going,
going
in
in
order.
order.
Oh wow.
They're going in order.
So that's what's kind of fun with this is you can change it up every year.
Yeah, you could.
Do you guys give Texas Tech much of a chance against Indiana in that semifinal?
Yeah, I do. I'm impressed with their defense. Like their defense is really good. I think they can win a game.
That feels like an under game.
Yeah.
If we're talking about what we're going to bet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Texas
If we're out
Tech
here.
4.
Yeah, Texas Tech officially 4.
Well, we won't be out here for that one.
No, we won't be. But I don't know. It feels like if Indiana gets to 23, they probably win that game against Texas Tech.
Yeah.
I don't think Texas Tech's going to be able to score much on them. But I do love Texas Tech's defense. That feels like it could be another game like the Big Ten championship game where it's 13-10.
How is it 2025 and this watch party is terrible quality for Texas Tech?
The Zoom
We
videos,
don't-
we
we don't have better quality in
Maybe,
2025.
it might just be the internet
Look,
connection in Lubbock.
the winds are high on the plains, man.
Yeah.
Okay, the winds are
Their
high.
dial-up connection that they use to stream
100% Lubbock is still used to dial up.
When's the when do you think they break here? At 8?
I think they break. Yeah,
Yeah.
eight feels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they take a commercial break at 8.
I think we all agree 5 through 8 is pretty well locked in. The drama's at 9 and 10. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they break at 8.
And it's a
come back.
natural hey, these are the teams with buys. Here are the teams with home games.
home game. Sure, yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Oregon comes in at 5, and Ryan, just so you know, back in the studio, we're gonna roll through this top 12 or until they go to commercial break. So we're just gonna keep it here. So Oregon comes in at 5, setting up a
No real
matchup
drama.
with Texas Tech if they advance in
I
the
like Texas Tech.
quarterfinals.
Game.
Tyler Shuck Bowl. 2 teams that Tyler
Oh,
Shuck played college
I mean,
football
how many
for.
teams could say that? I mean, he was in
Louisville
college for.
can also say that.
He was in college for a gajillion years.
Yeah.
I think he was at college longer than who was the back of the day? The play for the Florida State, Winky, Chris Winky.
That's did you hear? Did you guys see the rant from Calipari last night?
No.
He was ranting about how how Arkansas is by far the youngest team in the SEC because there's always 25-year-old grown men playing in the conference. He said we got one guy who's waving to his kids in the crowd and he's using his NIL money for his alimony from his first divorce.
What? That is a wild accusation, if not true.
All right, Ole Miss stays at 6, so they don't punt it.
Setting up a possible SEC quarterfinal matchup between Ole Miss and Georgia. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously a game that Georgia won, not convincingly, but it never felt like they're going to lose it the first time around. But that
No.
was in Athens.
That'll be – part of me does feel like just like the – idea of Lane Kiffin leaving for LSU and then watching Ole Miss go on a run to the title would be awesome.
And that does answer your question, Joe. They didn't punish them any further. They kept right where they were the week before, which I think as it should be. And I think we all expect this next team to be Texas A&M.
Yeah, I think A&M should be here coming in at 7. I'm curious. I think it was a precedent-making move. Like, you had to make a decision going forward, especially as the playoffs expand. Texas A&M is at 7.
You can hear their first round of the playoffs
right here
on ESPN
97.5. Yeah.
In the app or no app?
Yeah, probably just depends on who's producing.
Way to take control of the ship, Joe.
Now, there is a chance we won't have a Saturday show for the next bullpen or for the next remote, because if they get the 11 a.m. game, that'll be a problem.
That is possible.
We'll
Although, I guess it depends on
I guess we could do a post-game show.
It depends on the opponent.
A&M also does a post-game
Yeah,
show.
that might go 2 hours.
I don't know if you heard.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the opponent. Like, if they're playing Notre Dame, they're probably the Friday game.
Yeah. I think all right, here comes Oklahoma at
all right.
8. So
now
nothing
we're
has
through
changed, obviously.
Now we're through the obvious.
I think the one match, A&M versus Ohio State in the second round would be.
I mean, I hate to say this, home of the Aggies, but Ohio State easy.
Yeah, I mean, the defense is good, but like, they just can't run the ball. I mean, they can't throw the ball well enough, I feel like.
Yeah, like I know Marcel Reed at one point, they had Heisman propaganda put out for him, but when he actually had to face a legit defense, because we know what their record was. It was the bottom half of the SEC standings in conference, that is. It was literally a divide at all the teams with the losing records in the conference. That's who A&M faced outside of Texas. But when he had to face a legit defense, other than the Notre Dame game, give him credit for the Notre Dame game, when he had to face a legit defense, he threw 3 picks.
Yeah, and
he
that's
reverted back to who he was last year.
That's the one thing that I feel like has been under discussed, at least maybe with Yumi and Jeremy on Jeremy and Joe Monday through Friday 3 to 6. I feel like that's the one part of this that is being ignored is they need to fix the way the conference's games are played out. And I know we'll get the full SEC schedule release. I think that's this week.
Yeah, it's Thursday. I
think. And the SEC's moving from 8 to 9 games,
9.
so you will get more.
Wow. Alabama is your 9th seed. So they don't drop at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, how you feeling, Joe?
I feel very bad right now.
I think Notre Dame's out.
I think Notre Dame's out.
I think Notre Dame's out.
I think they're about
news.
to announce Miami at 10.
Yeah. So Miami A&M potentially.
This is a bad day to not be on camera.
It
oh
is.
My
Yeah,
God.
Joe, for people at home, he has his hands in the prayer position.
I'd be so pissed
up
right
to
now.
his chin.
Mm-hmm.
He is really, I think, sweating this one out, even though the temperature in the LaBerge Sportsbook very nice and comfortable.
Yes.
Okay, so
praying to whatever God will help him at this moment.
Praying to touchdown Jesus for the miracle.
So
praying
the only
to the
thing,
4 horsemen.
So the conference championship game is officially 2 years in.
Father Jerome Bettis
can only move up.
Sweet Newt Rockney, please.
Gosh, I feel sick to my
Put
stomach.
him in the playoff for the Gipper.
I thought I'm going to puke.
All right, we should have. Look, they're not going to break, so I think we're going to get this here any second now.
Or they're doing the ultimate American Idol move.
Flash it up to this. Yeah, maybe they took Alabama as a lock, and this is where they actually go to commercial break. We'll see.
Well, there's 2 other
Not
locks.
yet. Yeah.
The 11 and 12.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, I just meant with the next pick here. Man, that'd be funny if they did reveal JMU in Tulane.
That'd be honestly
hold out the
such
drama.
a great
Twisting
that's
the
such
knife.
a great move. That's real television.
That is real television.
If they
Come on.
If they go Tulane right here, I'm like, all right, we'll get to Notre Dame, Miami, and
after the break.
After the break,
Miami is in. Miami is in. Look, I am sorry for my co-host here, Joe George, who I consider a friend, but for the sake of college football, I think this is the right move.
Wow.
Like, if you were to take 2 teams who had the same record, who are 1 spot different in strength of record, 1 spot different in strength of schedule, and played head-to-head and not give it to the winner of that game, that sets a dangerous precedent that you would then have to follow here on out. So
Wow.
I think this is the right move, even though I'm sad to see my friend here.
No,
Joe,
it's
disappointed.
okay. Like from a college football fan perspective, this is the right decision. Like head-to-head has to matter, or the regular season doesn't matter. Like I'm pissed. I'm annoyed because then you should have never ranked them in front of Notre Dame ever. You should have found a way to always have Miami in front of Notre Dame. You should have dropped Notre Dame in the rankings and said as Miami moves forward, Notre Dame will move forward. But the fact that you're flipping this when two teams are idle, it doesn't make sense. Like it makes sense from the beginning, but where they ended in the penultimate rankings, it doesn't make sense. These teams didn't play, and now the only thing, like Hunter Yurchek, he told the truth. He said idle teams can move, and when he said that, that was my fear, was that he was tipping his hand that Notre Dame's out.
I wonder if this is it's less about Alabama or the teams around them, and it's more about Duke winning instead of Virginia.
I had that thought.
And you're getting an ACC team at large.
This is the way to shoehorn in an ACC team. Like if Virginia wins, is Notre Dame in? I think they're in.
Yeah. That might be the
which is not
5D chess way to do it.
Is not a defensible take from the college football committee.
Worse.
That is worse. I do think there's credence to what Sean said though. Like I think this is ultimately the right move, but what now Hunter Yurchek and the committee is going to have to defend, which I guess it'll just be Hunter, the rest of them don't talk to the cameras. But what they'll have to defend is they start doing college football rankings for the playoffs in week 8 or after week 8?
November, early November.
Or like why did it take 6 weeks to get to where we all knew this was the right thing to do.
Yes.
And it took them 6 weeks to do it?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What is the reason?
Took them until after the championship games.
It took them to
that neither
after
of them
those
played
teams
in.
stopped playing.
There was not an extra data point between those two teams.
They just woke up one day and screw it. Yeah. We're going to flip it now.
And there wasn't really a change in data point from anyone between them or around. I guess BYU lost, and so now Miami's in.
Yeah, and Notre Dame's going to come in ranked 11th, but obviously that means they're out of the playoffs because of the way it's structured. Tulane
is your 11th seed.
And then JMU will be
Tulane,
12,
Ole Miss, JMU. So here are the matchups. So it's going to be JMU versus Oregon, James Madison, Alabama, Oklahoma, Tulane, Ole Miss, and then Miami and Texas A&M in the first round of the college football playoffs, which will be here.
I think the Aggies win that game.
I think the Aggies do too, because I think Miami is overrated, and I'm now officially going to be the biggest Aggies fan humanly possible.
Can we get a gig 'em?
Gig 'em. I need Texas A&M to steamroll Miami in the playoffs.
You're going to petty join the A&M bandwagon?
Yeah. All right. I'm upset.
I can tell.
I am upset. But at least I'm talking, so I'm upset. All right, we're going to go to break here. We'll react to more of this next year on ESPN 97.5.
All right, but before we go to break, I have a great way for Joe to cheer up. Look, he's a little sad right now that his Notre Dame Fighting Irish are out of the playoffs, but you know what? Burger Chan's open when he gets back to Houston. He can stop by Burger Chan when he gets home as the JMU Dukes are celebrating their trip into the college football playoffs. Maybe they travel to Houston to celebrate as well with a burger from Burger Chan, because Burger Chan is serving up the best burgers, and not only just in the city, it's the whole damn country. I'm going to put it out there. Yelp in 2023 and 2024 named them one of the best 100 restaurants in the entire city. You don't have to just get a burger. Maybe you're not in the mood for a burger. Oh, cool. That's fine. They also have hot dogs, grilled chicken sandwiches, fried fish sandwiches. They're also serving up turkey burgers now if you're in the mood for something healthier, and also have great breakfast sandwiches served all day. I love the bacon, egg, and cheese on the sweet sourdough roll there with spicy tots. Go with the spicy tots if you go there for breakfast. But whatever you want to try, they do have now more hours for you to try that award-winning menu. Open on Mondays when they used to be closed. They're open to 3 on Mondays, and open for dinner service until 9 o'clock. Wednesday through Saturday each week. So if you're in the Galleria area, stop by. They're right downstairs from where we broadcast, the 5353 West Alabama, in the Galleria at the corner of South Rice in West Alabama. More hours, again, dinner service until 9, Wednesday through Saturday. So make sure you stop by Burger Chan and get one of those award-winning meals. In particular, stop by on Mondays, because for the rest of football season, they're partnering with us for Victory Mondays, and that includes tomorrow. If the Texans win, anytime the Texans win, that following day is a Victory Monday at Burger Chan. You just stop by, mention my name, mention ESPN 97.5, or say Go Texans, and you'll get a free side with your entree. Maybe you want the curly fries. That's usually what I go with. Spicy tots are great. Cheese curds are great. They have sweet potato fries, regular fries as well if you're a basic. Whatever you want, though, get that free side with your entree by mentioning my name, ESPN 97.5, or saying Go Texans on Mondays after the Texans win. So if Texans win tonight against the Chiefs, make sure you stop by tomorrow. Find them at 5353 West Alabama in the Galleria area. Best burgers in the town. See their full menu at BurgerChanHTX.com.
This is the Bullpen,
On ESPN 97.5 and the ESPN Houston app.
broadcasting live from the mobile Huntington Bank Studios, located at LaBerge Casino Resort, Lake Charles. Here's Joe George, Brian McDonald, and Sean Mapes.
All right, back here on ESPN 97.5, broadcasting inside the Sportsbook at LaBerge in Lake Charles. You can book the VIP Fan Cave section for the college football playoffs, as the first-round matchups were just revealed. Won't be seeing a Notre Dame contingent down here for the first round of the playoffs.
Well, this uncomplicates that weekend for you, Joe.
Yeah, I only have to watch the Bears probably lose to the Packers now. I'm now like, how much money do I want to go bet on the Packers before I leave? Because now I'm just like expecting my day just to be like a disaster. I'm gonna get another ticket on the way home. I can feel it. Like,
Is it good or bad that you now have to drive 2.5 hours home? A little windshield time to relax before you get home to the wife and kids,
So you don't take it home
is
with
it that
you?
you have 2.5 hours to stew with nothing to do but
Yeah,
drive?
and
I'm
then
just
you
gonna-
take it out on your wife.
I'm gonna
Oh, hey, easy now.
I'm gonna put on Red Zone on my phone and just listen to Red Zone on the way home. That's what I'm gonna do.
Probably
Just
good
try to
call.
live in the
Yeah.
NFL only world.
Unless your fantasy team also disappoints.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm done with fantasy. I have.
Well,
either,
you're locked up for playoffs.
I'm
spots,
either
yeah.
in all of my fantasy leagues. I'm either locked into the playoffs.
You don't need a
or,
win this week?
or way out of it. Like,
Right.
I'd either have like.
Are you not playing for a buy? I thought you were playing for a buy in our dynasty.
Yeah, but Josh is gonna boat race me, so he's trying to text me right now and make me feel better because he wanted to see A&M versus Notre Dame, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to you right now, dude. Like,
You leave them on red?
no, I'm texting him back. I'm
All
like,
right.
I'm actively rooting for A. I might buy an A&M jersey, guys.
Dak Gwynn?
At this point, like,
Dak
I might
Gwynn
show up
jersey?
to LaBerge. I might call like my friend Chris Buckner and be like, hey man, how much did you weigh when you're at Texas A&M in your stupid little outfit? Because like Chris Buckner,
What?
he was a yell leader.
Oh, okay.
He used to
Great.
work. He used to like.
Oh,
work
you could try to borrow his yell
Yeah,
leader
can I
outfit?
borrow it?
I like as A&M fan calling it stupid little outfit.
I feel like that ups your chance of him letting you borrow it by
Yeah.
calling it the stupid little outfit. Now you mentioned weight. Like, what's the height difference here?
Well, he's much taller than me, so like I
so
think.
it's gonna come off as high waters,
Yeah.
come off as capri pants.
So okay, so deep breath. I have a couple issues with this.
A couple,
My
hurt my feelings.
my feelings are hurt.
2. I'm disappointed.
I can't believe that like they're putting an ACC team in and not the champion. To be honest with you,
I mean,
Like, I would
do
have
you
rather.
really be that?
I
No
would
one
honestly
sees that.
rather than like put Duke in with JMU and Tulane.
Would you say that if Miami didn't get in over Notre Dame?
No,
Okay. All right. At least we're admitting.
but like
the
I feel like if
pettiness
you have
here.
an ACC team in to the college football playoff, it should be the ACC champion. I'm just gonna be honest.
No, you
Yeah,
don't. You don't
like-
really believe that.
I do now,
No, you don't. Miami was 3 wins better
but they didn't win the conference.
because of messed up rules that only
So-
the ACC
so-
That's their-
follows.
that's their fault.
So Notre Dame fan has to praise the sanctity of winning your conference.
I'll tell you.
There is a Sean.
No.
That is a great irony that you pointed out.
I'm gonna have to do a
winning
Notre
a
Dame.
conference means something,
Yeah.
right? Irish fan Joe George.
My turn to talk now. I have to do a Notre Dame show tonight after my Bears
Oh.
post game show.
I mean,
I think
just
I'm gonna.
cancel,
I think
right?
I'm gonna be on. I think I'm gonna be the unpopular person on the show. Maybe we'll see. I'm curious what the other guys will and ladies will think, but I think you have to join a conference now. Like I don't know how you do it because it's impossible to say you've got a $20 million a year contract with NBC. I think you have to call these conferences now and say, hey, and my guess is they won't do this, but this feels like a message that you have to join a conference. I think that's unfortunate because I think Notre Dame should not be punished for doing something that's been part of college football for a very long time. And
But
they're
I
the
don't think
last
they
team
were
to do
punished
it.
because they weren't in a conference.
No, I think if
They were punished because they lost the head-to-head to Miami.
yeah, that's true. But like I feel like if they were in a conference, I mean, like, if they were in the ACC, they would have been in the ACC title game.
I would put something else before them being in a conference as far as what got punished for. They got punished for, 1, losing head-to-head in Miami.
Yeah.
2, a schedule that after A&M and Miami was middle of the pack. I mean,
they schedule out.
when half your schedule is ACC teams.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna be. You're not gonna have the strongest.
Yeah, but that's because they have a partnership
I know,
with the
I
ACC.
know. But
So
like-
it's like they have like two choices. They
Well-
either have to join the ACC or they need to leave the ACC. But the problem is what happens then when they join the Big Ten in basketball and soccer and all the sports, and the Big Ten schedules Northwestern and Illinois, and like they don't schedule anyone worth of salt in that conference either.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. Like, if you're now saying they must join a conference, maybe you disagree. Maybe you think it's the Big Ten, but it seems because of the relationship with the ACC and the other the other sports, and half their schedule being in the ACC and football, it feels like the most likely destination for them is the ACC. And because the ACC is perceived as the clear four of the Power Four, like it doesn't feel like it solves that. You're just adding more ACC games to the schedule.
No.
Like it doesn't really fix your problem.
I'll tell you, I do not think they will join the ACC.
Big Ten or independent?
Yeah. I think there's a better chance to join the Big 12, frankly.
That'd be –
that relationship
weird.
That relationship's is soured. There was real issues with, because they're in the ACC, they have this partnership, and Barstool just tweeted this out last night and this morning on the ACC network.
Oh yeah.
They reran Notre Dame Miami 7 straight times.
They did that. They did that over the week too. They were just showing it.
That's what I love from sports.
But they were mixing it like earlier in this week.
Yeah.
They would still mix in like the play or the game of the week from last week. So it would be like 4 straight Notre Dame Miamis, and then like whatever Virginia Tech, and then 4 straight Miamis.
Yeah, like there is.
Do they win each time? Do we know?
I think
Have
so.
we confirmed
I
it?
think
Okay, so Miami still won that game.
I think the convicts came out on top.
Yeah. Shout out to the convicts.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. It's gonna be really interesting, I think, to see how Notre Dame responds to this.
Do you agree with Robert Griffin III? He was talking about a different school, but is this anti-Christian bias?
Is that what he said?
About BYU.
Did he really?
Oh, you guys didn't see this?
No, I didn't see
okay.
this.
Well,
There's my worst person in sports this week. Boom, we got it.
Okay.
ACC Network and Robert Griffin.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Your award's in the mail.
It's maybe.
Is that where you should lead with that joke tonight on the Notre Dame postgame show? Lead with anti-Christian bias.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
The same people who hate Tim Tebow now keeping our good Christian brothers, Notre Dame, out of the playoff.
Yeah. I think we're going to have to at this point. We're going to have to just find every reason under the sun to find a way to.
Putting in godless Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I mean.
Convicts.
Versus
Catholics.
Yeah. They chose convicts. They chose lesser TV ratings.
They did.
They did.
Miami Notre Dame would definitely rate it better.
You know what? We give the College Football Playoff Committee a hard time. We did minutes before the bracket was revealed.
Right.
They revealed an honorable bracket.
They did.
So salute
Credit
to them.
Credit to them. I'm glad they got it right. I still am puzzled as to why they looked at the wrong solution for 6 weeks.
Don't worry about the process. Don't worry about the process.
Like
Doesn't matter,
first
Brian.
week in November, Notre Dame's better. Second week in November, Notre Dame's better. Third week in November, Notre Dame's better. Fourth week in November, Notre Dame. And then we got to the second week in December. Never mind. Miami's better.
Well, I do. Well, okay. So I think that like when they go back to like that first ranking, and they were doing that weird explanation about the pockets, of why. Then to me, it always was Notre Dame over. I mean, it was always Miami over Notre Dame head to head. But they put them in because of when Miami's losses came. It put them in that different pocket of teams. So like if you're going to rank
I also
teams,
hate that though. Like,
I agree.
Yeah.
But like if you're going to rank teams like in like chunks of 4 at a time, and Miami's in that second 4, you can't, say okay, Miami's gonna be at the front of that because they're one behind Notre Dame, or like we're gonna move them into a different pocket. Like it's a flawed system, and ultimately like they got it right. Like I hate it, but they got it right. It's just like everything now with this, we've said it, multiple times on Jeremy and Joe, like the AP poll coming out the first week of the season is stupid. And now officially the college football playoff rankings are irrelevant until today. Like they literally do not matter anymore. It's just the reality of it. Like we're going to talk about it, but like it's a waste of time officially. Like it is no longer to me like worth diving into because they showed that, as you said, Brian, for a month and a half, that the rankings are totally irrelevant. Like they just don't matter anymore.
Yeah, because and I hate this, but forever it's always been whoever loses last. Like if 2 teams have one loss, the one that lost in September is better than the one that lost in November.
Whole inertia, naturally, they just end up higher.
Is dumb and weird.
Yeah,
and
they've we've gotten better at that as like a polling community.
We have, and that was holding seemingly Miami down until now. So it really does feel like we're at a point where, and not that it wasn't already this way, because it really, in reality, it was, but the rankings until this week are all just TV entertainment.
Yeah.
That's all they are. They're just fodder for what we do here on Sports Talk Radio. Because, I mean, the whole idea of, well, they lost last, so Miami's lower, I don't like it, but I've come to accept it because it's just been the reality of how they do things. But then they went back on that. And they were telling us for 6 weeks the head-to-head didn't matter. And then they went back on that. So nothing that they've told us so far as the justification for what they've been doing did they actually hold to.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to quickly here before we leave. The person we love and the thing we hate the most in sports this week.
Joe, would you like to lead?
What I love? Nothing. At this point, I love nothing.
I mean, shout out to wife and kids. But
For sports. I love that I won a bunch of money last night or somebody breaking his elbow. That's all I really love in sports right now.
Get well soon.
What do I hate? The committee.
Life, everything.
The committee and I'll make sure I get this in because I said I was going to yesterday.
Oh, right.
The kid from UTSA who just like after he won $100,000 from the Dr. Pepper Challenge, he was just like golf clapping for himself. Lame, man. Give the double birds.
Joe initially, I think
drop a suck it to the lady you're doing it against. Like it was a soft celebration. Like he won $100,000. Like, yep, he's just clapping.
Joe, you're overselling.
Celebrate.
You're overselling his reaction. I don't think he even clapped.
No.
Like he was dead.
He just like walked over and got his check.
Joe assumed because I think you're upstairs at the moment,
Yeah.
Sean. Joe assumes like, oh, he won $10K. I was like, no, he won $100,000. Joe lost it. It's like,
Yeah.
you won $100,000. That's his reaction.
Yeah.
My favorite part is always the promo that they, or not the promo, the little interview that they do.
Let me
But
tell you, brother.
It always kind of turns into a promo where they're like, there's a kid yesterday that went, and I just want this to show that if I can do it, you can do it. And it's like he threw 7 footballs into a Dr. Pepper can.
He dropped that anything is possible.
And so now he has $10,000, or I'm sorry, $100,000 to go to UCLA. It's like, wait, if you can do it, I can throw a football underhanded. Yeah, we can all do that.
Yeah. My favorite thing from sports this week is just that the playoff committee got it right. I mean, honorable decisions were upheld. Ethical decisions remain.
3 lost Alabama, who lost to Florida State, got in. Awesome.
Ethical. Yeah, makes sense.
Sean?
Thing I love, the great people here at LaBerge. I feel like this has been a very negative things we loved segment. Normally, we stopped swimming with the anger sharks and moved to the. I think.
Yeah, we usually start with the anger sharks.
I think we have an anger shark with the headset.
I'm
on
like
right
livid right now. Like the more I think about this, like this is gonna be a long ass drive. I'm gonna just like scream at my car for 2 hours.
I kind of want to just drive alongside Joe so I can just see him like shaking the steering wheel.
I'm either gonna drive 130 miles an hour home or 10. I haven't decided yet. Like, am I just gonna mope and just like put that thing in cruise control at 25 and just like
I think we already got to the worst person sports. We should probably just get out.
All right, that does it for us. Thank you to LaBerge for having us as always. We'll be back here for December 19th and the 20th and 21st to not watch Notre Dame in the college football playoff.
Maybe they'll have a bowl game that day, Joe.
I won't be watching. They shouldn't play in one. Screw these people. That will do it for us. Thank you as always to the great people here, Matt, Russ, Courtney, Pedro, all of them. It's always a great time here. It is an incredible place to be for a fight night, for college football playoff games, for NFL games. Can't wait to be back out here in a couple weeks. For Sean, for Brian, for Ryan back in the studio, and for John Belmer, who produced our show yesterday. That will do it for us. I'll be back with you tomorrow at 3 o'clock alongside Jeremy and AJ because Brian's leaving us this week to do another job.
That you scheduled me for.
I scheduled him for. And Sean will be back tomorrow from 10 to noon as Del Olale will return. Great. I'd see Del tomorrow. All right, that's it. Goodbye.